YouTube was good. It's your boy Clipper the Clipper, and I'm back at it. In this video topic discussion, we're talking about friends, old friends, family members who was once here. So I'm gonna just jump to it. Munchie B, I choose you. It looked like you were about to get hit by a UFO, cuz I'm just saying it looked like a UFO is about to abduct you. Lush 1 looks like an Orion alien. Clearly, Adam 22 is one of them tall white aliens. Munchie B is an average grandma cousin with a whole bunch of grandma cousins on his side. I'm sitting here watching. 36 is a bit steep. And he's partially blind now. So my whole reason in talking about this is he's sitting behind an alien smoking. Right? And I put that on everything I love. I remember him in New York for a short period of time, right? A long time ago. I was in a part of New York where my father is from for a certain amount of years. And Munchie B was there. Okay? Munchie B was there. Things is different. I don't know if you people listen to the quote unquote freestyles that I make on other people's beats, but I don't know if you like their beats. I can't remember them, but once again, shout out to the producers. But certain vibrations give you certain harmony or harmony feelings, I guess what they call it. Like you feel cool and you feel chill, relaxed and mellow, or you feel hyped and you ready to get it in. You know what I'm saying? They said it's a natural fact that music and vibrations and beats is embedded in human DNA. I'm just saying, I know for a fact, before Munchie went blind, I seen Munchie. Munchie know who I am. I know for a fact Munchie is a part of this story, right? He's a part of this story in which I could show hatred came from my father's side of the family, because Munchie, he has the complexion and the look of my light-skinned grandmother's father, my grandfather. Alright? So, I'm not never impressed with colorism. So my stance on racism is basically colorism versus racism. That's how I look at the situation. Munchie B is clearly a thorn in my side that I had no idea I was gonna have. Okay? Munchie B and a bunch of other people, along with friends from the West Coast, is tossing my name around. Now look, I got y'all because Munchie B is blood. And everybody I got a problem with, y'all ride the 5 and y'all blood. So people that I've been around, right, for the last, let's say, 15 years, going on 16 years, since I got stabbed, right, when I came back to New York. Let's just say for the last 15, 16 years. The people that I was once with, that we were supposed to be cool before I went to school, that's all I did was go to school. They never said anything. So they waited for the perfect opportunity to be grimy not necessarily looking at life the way I looked at life before I made a decision to go to another state and get an education, because we was just in New York, bored and miserable and violent, and the family is huge. And Munchie B, I just so happened to have been with, your cousin every weekend, sleeping at the house. His mother's my cousin. His father's my cousin. His other brothers and sisters are my cousin, but we was the same age, so I hung out with him more or less. And this is his cousin. They look alike. You feel what I'm saying? Same family. Last name is Johnson. And if you don't know, this is Deshae's Frost family. Like I said, Jamel Johnson, or is it Jamel Frost? The Frost. It's a whole bunch of stuff going on. Playing with last names, playing with names, period. So my name isn't Barksdale. And not the Barksdales don't know this, because my father, whose last name is Barksdale, he's not flooded by a whole bunch of Barksdales. The only Barksdales he's by is his brothers and sisters. Everybody's his grandmother's side of the family. So grandma's side of the family looks like Munchie B. They look like, well, they are Munchie B, but they could look like Almighty Suspect. They could look like Lush One. Grandma's side of the family. They could look like Danza Project. You see what I'm saying? These is actual blood relatives. They mothers and fathers is brother and sister. And the kids is either light skin, or they brown, black like that. And they first and second cousins. This is a different type of hatred, right? That I can show everybody, because they're looking at my father, picking on my father. The subconscious in my father, intangibly. You see what I'm saying? Incorporeally. Feel me? And then they bring it to the tangible. They bring it to the corporeal. They bring it to the live and the flesh. It's never changing. It's unchanging. They constantly draw this line of respect and hatred towards a Barksdale, which is my father, use his last name and get away with it because they're related, and then to strangers and other friends or newcomers to the hood, they introduce and they treat my father as a bad person, and they had the perfect opportunity to do something to me who didn't deserve to be lied on like that, because all I did was just go to school. I really literally got told, me personally being hurt at a young age, I wasn't able to really be famous, blockbuster, seen on TV yet, due to my age and my injuries. So if I ever had a chance to be famous and rich and wealthy and stuff like that with notoriety, it would be when I'm older now. And it looks like, I had some issues, because, people stick to me to certain things that I can't explain. They won't tell me. Like I said, years later, you never told me I had a chakra. Munchie B, you're just as guilty, right? You had those other niggas from California when I was a little kid. Yeah, you had them come to Mitchell Place. And you had them niggas try to G-check me. Mitchell Place is the same spot. Years before I seen these two niggas that might be related to me, that I know Munchie B for a fact, that was with the two federal officers. Years before that, though, that's the nigga, the Caribbean nigga, I put away in the alley. Like I said, I did that when I was 11, and probably a year and a half, 2 years later, cats from the West Coast is in New York. Munchie B is one of them dudes, a cousin from here, moved to the West Coast at a young age, put in work for the gang, came back to New York, feared and respected, and put a whole bunch of people down because he was from the origins of the Bloods. So all of y'all is caught, right? My father included. All of y'all all Munchie B Bloods, right? Now, I had a growth spurt, and before the growth spurt, now I'm mad at y'all. like years later. So y'all was really trying to like, bully me, I guess, because I was so small. I guess, so it's starting to make sense that that's what happened to Deshae Frost. And that's, and that's what happened to Brooklyn. You see what I'm saying? And maybe Kai too, who was my Cabbage Patch Kid, who y'all was infatuated with, who threw y'all off. This is why the magic is looming, right? And now that you pissed me off, right? Because when I was little and before I had the growth spurt and I had hurt my back and I was just getting movement and stuff, getting fast again, jumping high again, getting stronger, it proved that all of y'all, everybody, my family, friends, strangers in the street, because my name is attached to a chakra and Max Kellerman and now Kai Cenat and the rest of his friends, right? It proves that y'all all solo, y'all solely, this is what y'all did. Y'all all plotted on putting your hands on me. You all plotted on getting violent with me. Do you understand that? Do you understand how personal I took that? So that means you didn't either. You didn't tell me how I got, or you didn't tell me that I had a red chakra. So you sat there your whole life, and I'm glad I got everybody's attention, right? You sat there your whole life and you listened to the thoughts in your head and the thoughts in my head when you was around me about a red chakra. And you sat up there and you build with other people. All of y'all, listen, with all of y'all, you built a rapport with other people to try to get violent with me one day by listening and putting knowledge together. You're listening, you're subconscious in me, the intangible, and you're putting written knowledge, because I knew nothing about a chakra or God conscious mind when I had one at the age of 7. The kids know what there is now. I didn't know until I got older what I had, right? So this is what the delay is. This is what the delay is. So that means all of y'all, when I was 5'2", not 100 pounds. I wasn't 100 pounds yet. Y'all all had a thought in your head to get physical with me. And to perhaps hurt me. So you looking at red in my eyes, trying to justify yourself getting physical with me by calling me a demon or a devil, right? You and the rest of your people, everybody that I came in contact with, everybody. It was funny to y'all, right? When I was 5'2". So as soon as I left and I came back, all of a sudden I was 5'9". I grew 7 inches when I went to college, and I gained 50 pounds within 3 months. And I physically seen my family and friends and strangers. I seen your whole expression change when you see that when you guys seen that I got taller. Now listen, I grew in Virginia. I didn't grow in New York, leave my mother's house, and y'all see me outside. My foot didn't go from a size 6 to a size 9 in 3 months. In front of you. It happened in Virginia. So I scared them first, right? I scared them so bad that their shiver, it touched y'all. It was like goosebumps. It touched y'all in New York and through the whole world. Because I grew 7 inches and gained 50 pounds. So you sat there and you subconscious me. Listen, you subconscious me on getting violent with me based on the word root and the color red. So now that I get it, right? I understand it. It's lit for y'all. You have to run it. There's no friends, there's no family, there's no nothing. If I act cool to you, I'm about to stab you in your back. Dead serious. You have to run it. You have, it's nothing. You see what I've been doing? You see how I caught all of y'all? I caught all of y'all. There's no laugh at me. I done beat a whole bunch of y'all up again. Look how many people I done knocked out. Look how many people I done knocked out. Within the last year. Not 5 years. Within the last year, look how many people I done knocked out. Not included in the last 5. Not including since 2010. 2010 is when I popped off. After I got, when I got stabbed, I was popping off already. And I got stabbed and I kept popping off. I'm not bringing it. I said within the last year. Look at that. You didn't win nothing. Munchie B went blind. Munchie B used to be in White Plains, New York, with the same shades on, the same glasses. It could be daytime, it could be nighttime. It doesn't matter. Munchie B is in Ferris Avenue or the projects, Winbrook Projects. He's indoors 97% of the time. He wasn't outside. When I came to the hood, he wasn't outside. A lot of people went upstairs and they chilled out. I got brought to this specific hood. Poetic Flacco, he got brought to this specific hood. Kai Cenat, he got brought to this specific hood. Why is all these famous people going to this specific hood? They're going to see the Jolly Green Giant or Red Giant, the 6'5" Native American, my father, the Barksdale. Embedded in the gang life, firsthand. That's what they're going to see. They're going to see an actual 6'5", a tall-ass Native American red dude, and he's a Barksdale. That's what they're going to see. First thing. All these famous, y'all going to the projects. Y'all going to the same projects, right, that I was just in. And y'all using my name in front of people, rubbing certain people the wrong way. Now, I had little cousins that probably wanted to hold it a secret, like Brooklyn, like Molly, like a whole bunch of other cousins. They wanted to hold it in because they didn't want me to black out. But it comes a point in time to where it becomes you're a coward, because when somebody is stabbed or slashed or a weapon is used, it becomes illegal, okay? If it was a fight, if I beat up Kai Cenat and he was 4 years old and I was 18, I was an 18, 20-year-old man and I beat him up when he was 4, then whatever. You said I used a weapon, okay? This is where the petrified salt state comes from. This is my example, because I'm undefeated with a weapon. When I want to put a weapon on you, I'm going to put a weapon to you. And it's over. You already are amazed on how I box from both ways, left and right? But when I want to put a weapon to you, I'll put a weapon to you. So you said that an 18 and 19-year-old person put a weapon to a little kid. See, that's a little different than a fight. I punched him in his face and maybe I split him with a knuckle. Do I deserve to get stabbed for that? But a person saying he stabbed somebody in the face, a little kid at that, a baby. Meanwhile, y'all doing whatever to babies and stuff like that. You see how that looks? It becomes way more degreed. It becomes federal. It's not city and state cops no more. That's the whole foundation of why Indian people don't live like Indians no more. This is the whole white people argument. This is the whole lizard man argument. Munchie B, you act like I don't know you. You are sitting up here looking like you about to get struck by a UFO. I promise you. He's blind. He's legally blind now. When I knew him, he wasn't blind. He's legally blind. You see how 4 Extra's hand got blown off? You see how he doesn't have a right hand no more? And he's not trying to punch people in the face no more because he's bigger and stronger than everybody. Off the testosterone boosters. You see that? You see how the miracle works? His hand got blown off by an M80 or an M120. Munchie B is blind. Everybody that's blood in Westchester County, they had to meet this nigga. If you didn't meet him in your blood, you're under him. I promise you. This nigga is he's your OG. He's your YG. He's your superior. Him right here is him from No Jumper. Listen to me. I'll bring it back. For everybody in the 5 boroughs, Queens, Brooklyn, the Bronx, Manhattan, Harlem, everybody in Westchester County, Mount Vernon, New Rochelle, White Plains, Yonkers, and the rest of y'all, Oshland, Newburgh up there. You know Newburgh? Yeah, I got it in for all of y'all. All of y'all that turned blood in 2003, from 2003 and on, when they gave y'all that book where it had all the knowledge in it, this is Munchie B from No Jumper. Remember, everybody that has a set, all y'all that went into a gang, and you got a set, and you got knowledge, and you got gang signs, and you got all of that. Yeah, this is federal RICO. This is what I'm a part of. I'm not a part of the police. I get the police in trouble. You see how I get the COs in trouble? I get the judges in trouble. And then comes federal judges. This is what I did. This is my accomplishment. Yeah. Everybody that got the same, yes, just like y'all got the answers from the CO tests, y'all got the answers from the correctional officer test, or the Latin Kings and the Bloods. Remember that? Remember before that, before when y'all was learning how to gangbang, y'all was learning the colors, y'all was learning, y'all had the right, all of that knowledge, and you had certain. This is Munchie B. This is him right here. Okay? Y'all all are under this nigga. That's why y'all all feel like y'all are hypnotized. Y'all got tricked. Y'all feel like y'all's brain controlled. Y'all praise. This is him. This is him. Y'all praise him like a god from afar away. And he has an aura in the bloods. And all of y'all was blood at one time. So when y'all see him, y'all like him because he's still in the game. Do you see how it works? This is federal. This is federal guidelines. This is something that Julian Lamar Peterson excelled in. This is what I excelled in. This is what I specialized in. Okay, understand that. Your local precinct can get shut down. Yes, I'll say it again. Your local precinct, due to what I'm explaining right now, can and will be shut down. Jails will be changed and stuff like that. This is absolutely, yes. I don't see what the problem is what I said. You could take what I said however you want it. The truth is the truth. I could say it with an attitude. I could say it snotty. I could say it corporate. I could say it like a fighter. Or I could say it like an Oreo. It doesn't matter. I said it. All of y'all. Everybody. Okay? Voila. Everybody that got the paper. You remember y'all had a paper? Loose leaf paper with lines on it. They told you the codes and all that. Certain people in this, that. Y'all got it. This is who y'all got it from. This is him. Okay? So now that I know this for a fact, he's in the upper echelon of royaltiness in the gang, right? And now I come to the realization that New York, all of you Andrew Cuomo ass niggas, all you Andrew Cuomo ass niggas, the black ones, the Asian, the Arabs, all of y'all that act Jewish and Italian, and you speak Yiddish at the same time. All of y'all act Jewish. It's a race and a religion. It's a race to light-skinned people, and it's a religion to dark-skinned people. The Caribbeans, they use it as a religion. Yeah. And the white people, they use it more or less as a race because of the Hitler situation. So I'm going to just explain something to you. So now that goes hand in hand with the Bloods and Munchie B, and they have YouTube, and at one point in time from 2003 when everybody was wearing red, and everybody had a red flag, and everything that came out and was released in 2003, it was red. It was popping, right or wrong. Exactly. I told you. It's a scam. Likely. Dead serious.